It's your sleepless god here back with a new video, feeling a lot better, feeling like they can actually talk today. But we're doing a new series. Instead of what ifs, I'm gonna do a story to you guys. If you like it, beautiful. If you don't, just say, hey, this is not that. Like, I want your old stuff. Your old stuff was so much better. But if you do like it, comment, hey, it's pretty good. Keep on going. But this is just a personal story that I just made up and put up for you guys to see if you like it or not. So, let's get started. So there's this ancient race built from generations of powerful people. Basically, there's this thing called mana. Mana can be used as many types of mana in this world. It's basically can be used as a substance for power. And they use mana to do stuff. So you make fire, ice, cool down things, wind, and all that stuff. Basically nature. Mana was first founded way back in Mesozoic era. The dinosaurs still reigned. Mana was founded with them. They used it to form the earth as it was. Made it beautiful. Made it wonderful. For any of their kind. But when they died, when the cavemen figured it out, they started using it. But only a few could. It's a special trait that they can use, mana. You have to take years of studying your body, motions, physical traits, and only a few can do it. And even if with all those training, you have to mentally and physically be able to hold and understand the power of it. As centuries pass by, not millennia, that's too far. As we get to present time, as we see a boy named Jack. Jack is a normal boy and part of these clansmen. These clansmen have been basically are groups of individuals who are naturally usually born with lots of mana, or still mana, but not as much. Same with the Hyuga and all those clans before it. There are branches. We have the main branches with a bunch of mana. And then we have some side branches with little mana. The difference is between these branches is between, branches and all that stuff is if you born a child with much more mana than you should, instead of you're still being a branch member and no one cares about you, you become a full member because they want more mana and they want that kid to born with more people who have more mana and grow individually and make it more better. As we see a small Jack, only 10 years old at this time probably, as we see his father heating up his rod, like cows use to get, you put the metal rod onto the cow to say, this is my cow. I forgot what the fuck it's called. But he looks like he's heating up with his mana. He's looking like he's using fire. It's bending around his skin. Not touching it, but just bending around it. As his son is chained down and screaming. As you hear his father say, "Shut up, boy. You don't have the right to be called. You don't have the right to become in the full family," as he shoves it down onto his back as he burns a mark of a symbol. You're still gonna hear me cough though. But in the symbol, what the symbol means is traitor or forgottener. Basically, if you have a child who has no mana and has none of these powers and can't do this, they get marked and pushed away from the clan, shoved out, and learn how to survive by themselves or die. Most of them die. Some of them get adopted, and others figure out some other ways to live. As the mark of the forgotten, they usually call them. As the boy is chained, blindfolded, and pushed out to the city, as she's basically gone miles away, as he unlocks him in the forest, takes over the blindfold, as they push him down to the ground, and they leave. Now this boy is crying. He's like, Father, no. Father, please. As he's praying up to the God, saying, please, make me as strong as the others. Make me as powerful, please. I've lost everything. And we still see, almost like a red on his back. You see the mark. As he's looking up to the sky, and he's just please, I've given everything I can. I can't give any more. As we hear rustling, as the boy looks over, and he starts running away and goes to a tree. As we see an old man, looks like he's 45 to 50, with a cane in his hand. As he says, boy, what are you doing? As the kid says, as his eyes peek open just a little, his old eyes say, are you going to answer? What are you doing out here alone in the forest? As he crouches down, as the boy says, sorry, damn. Never talk too much when you're cold. It doesn't work. But he's like, I'm a forgotten one. Oh, those imbeciles. As the boy's like, what? He says, you don't have any mana, right? That's why they tossed you out. As the boy says, yes, if I don't have mana, I'm useless. And he smiles and he says, no, boy, no. You have something inside. Shows a little bit differently than what these people see. As the old man looks at him and gives him his hand. As the boy looks to the ground, looks to his hand, and grabs his hand. As the boy gets wheeled up and he says, you have wrath, you have anger, you have rage, but you also have calm. It's mixed together almost perfectly. It's wonderful. It's harmony almost. You are wrathful, but you also peaceful. You know how to control your rage, but you know how to release it. As the old man says, he says, Jack. And Jack, in his head, he's like, how does he know my name? And he says, give me your hand. As Jack grabs his hand, he says, let's go to a place where I call home. As Jack says, where is that? As he says, to my temple. As he snaps, as we see black, almost like feathers, fly as the blackness starts becoming white. blows into the air beautifully as we go to America. As we fly to one of we see the old man lying into a temple, massively uphill, next to more of a smaller city. Not even a city, really. Jack can see like a small town even. It's not too big, it's very much small. As he walks up the door and says, "Jack, my boy, you're going to be learning martial arts with me until you have everything you can to show those mana fucking lovers and rip off their fucking skulls." As he opens the door, as we see like 100 disciples just say, "Oh, oh," it's just punching forward. As he smiles, and as Jack walks in, he says, "Welcome to the style of wrath and peace. I call it Kuraba." As Jack looks at him and says, "Kuraba? Yes." Peace, but also wrath. It's mixed between. As we there's two sides. There's one, one meditating perfectly, but also stretching, but not like normal stretches, like hardcore stretches. Sorry, fuck. You're gonna hear me cough a lot until I get rid of this fucking stupid ass cold. But as Jack looks around and says, "How can I fit in this place? It's full of..." And before Jack could say it, says, "No, these are your brothers now. Treat them as like, train as it like, and beat them all if must." As Jack's like, "But, I don't even..." "You will start yesterday, and I will train you. You will become a god, like these people here." As you see, like, instead of just like normal just striking, you see like almost this red, vibrant cover mixed with their hand strike. As some of them taking the strikes, like some of them are taking the red aura that's coming from their hand and striking forward. As you see almost like this white and like black thing, not white, but blue and black thing wrapping around their hands, and he's taking it with one hand and just constantly defending and attacking. As Jack looks around and says, "This is my home," as the old man laughs, "Of course it is. Now let's start training." As we do a little time skip, about 5 years. So Jack is now 15 years old and has done a lot of stuff, and he is a quick learner. As we see him, black hair. Actually, I didn't explain Jack, didn't I? But Jack, let's explain Jack now. Jack, at 15 years old, he has very, very long hair, like going down to his back, but it's curled. He's very muscular built. And also, he's now wearing a robe right now. One side is completely, the top area is blue, mixed with some areas that are a little bit white and a little bit black. As we see, the bottom area is completely red with some black markers on it, as we see him and the sensei fighting, the old man that we saw in the first. As we see them doing defensive and offensive moves, basically. As we, actually, let me explain it to you guys. As we see, like, strikes and movement that it seems almost impossible for regular humans, as front kick, as he grabs it, Jack grabs it, and he just throws him over as he does the sensei does like 2 flips, lands on it, and then both of them stand in stances, as both of them break their stances and start chuckling. And that chuckling becomes into massive laughter. As the sensei walks up and says, "Even just in 5 years, your mind and sharp as nails, as your body has grown with you, but I don't know how I could ever see you without that little kid." As Jack looks at him and says, "Sensei, I am still that little kid. I just grown up and become wiser. I still have years to go. Remember that." As the sensei says, "No, I've taught you so much, but it's time for your real challenge." As the sensei looks at him and says, "You think you're ready?" As Jack says, "Absolutely." As Jack slowly starts walking to a door, as he opens it, as you see almost a black room, as he walks in, as the old man says, "Choose carefully and never let it take you," as he shuts it, as it goes black, as you hear demonic laughter in the background. And this is where we're ending the video off. I hope you guys liked it. If you wanted to keep on going, like, subscribe, and comment down below. See you guys next time.